The world around us is a living canvas of wonder and design. From the stars above to the oceans deep. To the intricate design of a single cell, all aligned in a cosmic symphony that connects us all. For centuries, humanity has searched for the unseen force that governs the universe, posing a timeless question: is there a creator? This is where the call of Islam begins, with the belief in the one who created us all.
In today's world, where scientific progress dominates our beliefs, the belief in God is always being questioned. The Quran invites us to look at the universe with an open mind. The conditions that allow life to exist are set at precise values. Even the smallest change would make life impossible. If the universe had formed randomly, we wouldn't expect such perfection. Imagine you walk into a beautifully designed house. The furniture is arranged perfectly. The walls are painted with care, and every room serves a purpose. Would you ever believe that this house built itself? Of course not. You would assume a builder planned and constructed it. Now think about the human body, the brain, and the universe itself. They are infinitely more advanced than a house. If a house requires a designer, doesn't it make even more sense that the universe has a creator?
The more we learn about the precise order of the universe, the more it becomes clear that this is not the result of mere accident, but of intentional design. Whether it's a house, a phone, or the universe itself, the logical conclusion is the same. Where there is design, there is a designer.
Everything we see around us depends on something else to come into existence. For instance, a child comes from their parents, and their parents came from their parents, and so on. But this chain of parents cannot go on forever. It must have started somewhere. There is a chain of causes that cannot stretch back infinitely. There must be a starting point, something that exists by itself without depending on anything else. To understand this concept, imagine a line of dominoes. Each domino falls because the one before it set it in motion. But if you trace the sequence back, there must be an initial force, a hand that tipped the first domino. Without this first cause, the chain could not begin. Similarly, the universe and everything within it could not exist without a first cause that initiated it. And that eternal source is Allah, the creator of all.
Science struggles to provide an answer to one of life's most important questions. What is the meaning of life? We're taught that the universe is merely the product of chance and that human life is just an accident of evolution. But if that's true, then that would mean that our lives have no real purpose. We are born, we live for a short time, and then we die. And since everything ends in death, then any meaning we create disappears. Our achievements, our relationships, and our memories will eventually be forgotten.
The human race has always searched for something beyond themselves. Throughout history, every culture has believed in a higher power because we are wired to seek something greater than ourselves. Even people who don't believe in God often feel drawn to meditation because deep down they are seeking something spiritual. If our hearts naturally long for something greater, could it be that we were made for something beyond this world? Belief in God gives life a higher purpose. It tells us that we are not accidents, but that we were created for a reason. Our lives have value beyond this world, and our actions matter in the grand scheme of things. And worship isn't just about following rules. It's about finding peace, purpose, and connection with our Creator. And that brings us to one question. Who is God?
Non-Muslim Arabs, such as Arabic-speaking Christians, use the name Allah to refer to God in their religious contexts. This is because Allah is simply the Arabic word for God, much like Dios in Spanish or Dumnezeu in Romanian. However, in Islam, Allah has a much greater and deeper meaning than just a name for God. It represents the unique and absolute nature for the one true God, as described in the Quran. The first pillar of faith in Islam, belief in Allah, is the unshakable foundation upon which the entire faith is built. Central to belief in the recognition that God is one, the concept of oneness is known as Tawheed. It means not just believing in one God, but affirming that He has no partners, no equals, and that nothing in creation can compare to Him. He is all-powerful, self-sufficient, beyond the confines of time and space. Yet, He is closer to us than our jugular vein and knows what our hearts whisper to us. He is intimately aware of every detail in the universe. Not a leaf that falls, but He knows it. And no grain is there within the darkness of the earth, but that it is written in a clear record. And all He says is be, and it becomes.
In the Islamic tradition, Allah is understood through both the Holy Book of Islam, the Quran, and through the recorded teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Yet, no single name or attribute fully captures the divine essence of Allah. He is referred to by His names and attributes, each highlighting different aspects. Allah is infinitely perfect, with qualities and names that go beyond what human language can fully express. Each name highlights a different aspect of Allah's perfection. Some of them include Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. Ar-Rahim, the most compassionate. Al-Qahar, the subduer. Al-Adl, the just. Al-Wadud, the most loving. These names work together to show Allah's mercy, justice, and wisdom. For example, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim reflect boundless mercy for all creation. Imagine the love of a mother for her child, selfless, unconditional, and protective. In Islam, we believe this is just a glimpse of Allah's infinite mercy. While a mother's love is powerful, it is only limited to her child. But Allah's mercy extends to all creation, providing, forgiving, and caring for everyone, no matter who they are. Allah's mercy is emphasized as greater than His wrath. He says, "My mercy overcomes my wrath." In fact, the chapters of the Quran begins with the words, Bismillahir Rahman Ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Yet Allah has other names such as the Just, Al-Adl, which demonstrates the power to hold wrongdoers accountable for their transgressions. Evil will not go unpunished, and goodness will not be forgotten.
The Quran tells us to look at the heavens, the earth, the alternation of night and day, and the revival of dead land with rain, not as poetic imagery, but as signs for those who use their intellect. The first step in the journey of faith begins with awe, with a gaze towards the stars, with wonder at life all around us, and with a whisper of a question that echoes across time. Who made all of this? To believe in the existence of a creator is not to abandon reason, it's to arrive at its highest conclusion. This is the essence of the first pillar of faith in Islam, belief in Allah, not as an inherited concept, but as a truth discovered and ultimately embraced by both heart and mind.